Well, I tried to tell some of you guys, but it's happening. And it's happening a lot quicker than I thought it was going to happen. So, at release, Surging Sparks booster boxes went all the way down from like the 160s to the 150s. You can find them readily available for $150, some even in just in the high 140s, but most of them were around like $150, $155. There was plenty on the market. A lot of people just trying to flip these, a lot of people just putting, a ton of these booster boxes onto the market because it's release day. Finally, it's the set is out, so a lot of people were selling these booster boxes for like 150, 155. And I told you guys that if you did not buy in until this point, or you were just going to wait and just skip this whole set, or you just were thinking that the booster boxes were going to crash at release, and it really didn't. It went down $5-10, but I told you guys that this was still your opportunity if you hadn't bought it until this point. Well, I was saying that after the next few weeks, most likely these booster boxes will be starting to move up more because I told you guys the hype is real. This is not lasting forever. I told you like anything under market is a good buy because people that are finding these deals and just finding them to be under market, people are going to buy up. And lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. We are just, 3 days after the release. There's a ton of boxes the first day available for the 150s, and even the second day there were some available. But I go on eBay and TCG Player today to find out that it's getting very hard now to find them for the 150s. Like they're already all gone. All those boxes that people had at 150s, there's like none available anymore. Looks like we're going to see higher and higher prices for these booster boxes in the next few weeks unless some sort of magical supply comes onto the market on TCG Player or eBay. But other than that, I've seen the listings, I've seen the sales. It looks like we're moving on from 160s and going up. So TCG Player right now, the market price says 162. But when you look at the listings, there's 57 listings. The cheapest one is at $170. And if you keep going down, you can see they're all around 170. So I feel like this is probably going to be the next point where it hits, maybe stays there for a little bit, and then starts to go up again because there are a decent amount of listings for 170s, but there's zero listings on TCG Player for the 150s. That's gone, and it's literally been a couple days, and there's no listings for 150 because people bought them all. I don't think you guys understand how many we're selling. So yeah, it's just those I told you were gonna go fast, but some of you guys probably didn't want to believe me. You still thought that it was gonna crash, but if you look at the card prices and how they're going with the Pikachu, the Latias, I don't see these dropping like that. Like at least until like they reprint the booster boxes, which could happen, but not in a couple months. So I see these, keep going up. I don't think they're gonna stop. Yeah, there might be points where maybe when it hits, I don't know, 170s, 180s, maybe it'll stay there for maybe a week, and then it'll start going up. But even then, I feel like this growth we're going to see is going to be pretty fast, and I think it's going to keep going up. I really don't think with this market we're going to see any sort of like huge stagnations with this booster box price. I think just how it is right now, they're going to keep going up. Maybe when prismatic evolutions, maybe we'll see some stagnation, but that's still a few months from now. So think about it right now that we're seeing that the 150s from a release, there's none of them available anymore. Like, yeah, so I think we're going to see some good growth until maybe Prismatic will slow it down, but even still, I feel like people are still going to like and want to buy this booster box. So just going on eBay now because TCG Player isn't the only marketplace for sealed product. eBay is kind of the same story. It is basically impossible now to find these for the 150s, at least from huge reputable sellers. So Sassy Auto was an example at release. They were at like 152. Now they've upped it to 160 again. This seller I checked, they only have two available, so they'll probably be gone by the time this video is uploaded. The seller selling them for 169. This seller I remember had them for the 150s, I believe. Now they're at 185. And you can see, scroll down, the 150s are basically all gone. This is a rip and ship. I don't even know if people did that on eBay, but you can see the 150s are basically all gone for Surging Sparks because there's plenty. There's plenty you could buy for 150s. But you can see that most of them are now 160. And I know that might not sound like a big deal, like, oh, it's only $10. What are you complaining about? But the fact that there was such a huge supply for 150s and that they're all already disappeared in literally a couple days, is pretty insane. So it might not seem like a huge difference that, oh, you can't get them for 150s anymore. You can only buy them for 160s. It might not sound like a big deal, but like I said, there was a ton for 150s, and just in a couple days, they're all gone. Like, the supply has dried up for those boxes because they were a deal. And I was telling you guys that when things are under market with this market, and surging sparks, it's a buy. But no one wanted to believe me because it's all hype and FOMO, right? So I did want to show you guys this because I found it to be very interesting. So everyone knows Pete football, but one thing that was kind of strange, I don't know what it is, but look here. This listing was ended by the seller on Monday, November 11th at 4:58 a.m. Now I don't know why exactly this happened, but he had them listed at 158.88, which was, it was just around market right now. But you can see he still had some available, but he just ended the listing. Now my theory is that he ended this listing because he was seeing probably a lot of sales and maybe too much, to the point where he's like, maybe I don't want to sell these booster boxes right now at the moment, because if you look at his other listing, he is selling still Surging Sparks booster box cases. And you can see the price he's selling them at, though, is at $1,099. Now, if you guys don't know Pete Football, he sells products for basically usually the cheapest on eBay. Like, usually he's the cheapest price on eBay. And the fact that he's listing these cases at $1,099, I think he knows where these boxes are going, which is why I believe he actually took off, the listing for these individual booster boxes and just upped the price on these cases, because he knows that it's going to hit this price point, at some in due time, which honestly I feel like it's not going to be that long, but I think that's what is happening, because he was probably seeing a ton of sales and he wanted to slow down, because my guessing is that he's probably, if he's going to keep it listed, probably he was going to probably run out, with how many he was probably selling. So that's my theory, that he just was seeing too many sales and he knows that this box is probably going to keep climbing. So you can see he already kind of preemptively up the price for cases. And if you do the math, that comes down to $183, which is, around $15-$20 more than market price right now. So yeah, it is kind of crazy to see that. I wasn't expecting it from a seller like him, because he usually sells these for the cheapest, but he took off the listing and he actually upped his price for the booster box cases. Now, this is the end of the video. I'm going to keep saying this every single time I, mention Surging Sparks or talk about Surging Sparks. I'm showing you deals, okay? I'm trying to help you guys out. So you can still find these Surging Sparks booster boxes for like $150 in certain places. And one of those places is Flipside Gaming. Flipside Gaming is a reputable place. I think we all know this. But I'm trying to help you guys out that are still maybe not buying, or maybe you want to buy more Surging Sparks because you see what's going on. You see the prices moving of the cards and the box, and maybe you only bought a few and maybe you want to buy more before it, inevitably keeps going up. I'm trying to help you guys out. I'm telling you, I know a lot of people, every single time I talk about a product, they think I'm hyping it up. But guys, I'm not a big channel, I can't really do that. Seriously, I try to, give my honest opinions and help people out, but still people don't like me. But seriously, I'm trying to be helpful. They're at 150. This is a good deal. I'm telling you, it's gonna be, one of those things where people in the future will look back at this and really see that this is not that expensive. Now, if you're wondering, this has free shipping. You can see here orders above $100 are free shipping, so you will still have to pay taxes. But other than that, TCG Player, eBay, you really can't find it cheaper than this price right here. Now, if you want a sealed case, it's even better, because sealed case premiums, whatever you want to call it, if you just like sealed cases, you can buy a sealed case for $890. And this comes out to be, I think, $148 per box. But if you just want a case or whatever, here it is. So that's all I want to talk about today. It's like literally every single day I'm updating you guys on Surging Sparks, because every single day something is changing, prices are moving. And I just want to show you guys that I told you that these prices of 150s were not going to last forever. But it did, I guess all those prices did go away a lot quicker than I thought. I thought it was going to take maybe a week or two, but we're 3 days in, and they're all gone. 150s, it's literally non-existent now on TCG Player or eBay. So I expect these to keep moving, and I don't see them really going down anytime soon, especially because the Pikachu is getting very expensive. So yeah, just wanted to share this with you guys. Hopefully some of you out there will maybe take my advice if you have not bought any Surging Sparks and maybe are waiting for the crash to 120s, 130s. that's probably not going to happen anytime soon, in my opinion. So, yeah, just want to show you guys that these boxes are gone for 150s, and now the new price is looking like it's going to be 170s, and we'll see where it goes from there. But yeah, pretty surprising how fast this box is growing, a lot quicker than I thought. And yeah, that's all I had to say today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.